So this year, I'm not going to be doing 5 Christmas reviews like I did last year. Instead, I'm only going to be doing a Charlie Brown Christmas and maybe, if there's enough popular demand, the Chuck Jones Grinch. So why am I wearing the Christmas hat now? Well, this is technically a movie that takes place around Christmas, and it is classified as a Christmas movie, so why not pull out the Santa hat for this one? Anna and the Apocalypse is a Christmas zombie musical, 3 genres that I never thought would have even crossed over. But whatever the case, it was a movie that premiered at Fantastic Fest a year ago in 2017. This movie tells the story of a high school girl named Anna, played by Ella Hunt, as she and her friends pretty much try to fend themselves from zombies, while also trying to get to the high school to make sure the rest of the people that they know, including some family members, are okay. I literally heard nothing about this movie when it came out. I didn't even know it premiered at Fantastic Fest last year. When I heard that this was a Fantastic Fest film, I thought it was from this year, but no. It went a full year without getting a release date, and now it's finally come out. I didn't see any trailers for this. I literally knew nothing about it, other than it's been getting good word of mouth. So I went into it completely blind, and this is one of the biggest surprises of the year, I gotta say. Especially considering that I knew nothing about it going in. A lot of people are saying that this movie is very much like Shaun of the Dead. There was one critic out there that said that this is Shaun of the Dead meets La La Land, and I don't know if I'd go that far. I mean, better than Shaun of the Dead, I don't know. No, not at all. Better than La La Land? I'm not saying this to troll, but I actually enjoyed this more than I did La La Land. I only saw La La Land once in the theater. I do want to see it again, and I even own it on Blu-ray. But anyway, back to this movie, Anna and the Apocalypse. For me, the biggest problem that this movie has is that it just doesn't go the extra mile with all its zombie stuff like Shaun of the Dead. But if that's the movie's biggest problem, then that must mean it's a pretty damn good movie, because on its own, this movie just made me happy. I went into this movie knowing nothing about it, and I walked out feeling really good. And not just because it put me in a Christmas spirit, but I just found a real charm to this movie. Most of it has to do with the characters. All the characters in this movie are very diverse from one another. They have different personalities, they have different interests, but they work well together, and the chemistry between all the actors is very believable, that you really grow fond of these people. And when the zombie stuff actually starts happening and people start dying, no one's really safe. So when somebody you watch in this movie gets killed, you're like, oh no, I like that person. I want to see them live to the end. And because all the characters do have great camaraderie with each other, it ends up being more funny than it actually is scary. There are a lot of jokes in this movie that are legitimately funny, and it's mostly due to character interactions and them playing off the fact that it's a zombie movie. Even though I did criticize this movie for not going the extra mile with its zombie stuff like Shaun of the Dead, it still very much knows it's zombie stuff. The only reason I said that was because this movie clearly doesn't have the money that Shaun of the Dead did. I suppose it's more of an independent movie in the UK, but they still get some really good gore effects to where it could pass as a legit zombie movie. They never explain how the zombies appear or what's causing this epidemic. The worst character in this movie, the one you absolutely hate the most, gets the absolute worst death in the movie. So they really know their zombie movies. And getting onto the musical side of it, the songs are pretty catchy. I gotta be honest, I can't remember the lyrics, but as they were playing in the movie, I found myself bobbing my head, tapping my toes. It was really well done. And another thing that I really love is that some characters actually are aware of what zombies are. One of my biggest problems with horror movies, especially zombie movies, is that apparently no horror movies exist in their universe, so nobody knows how to deal with a zombie. But here, there's actually a character that says, "Go for the head," and they actually reference their horror movies in this universe. It's just like when you watch Friday the 13th Part 6 and you see 2 camp counselors see Jason. One of them suggests that they turn around because she's seen enough horror movies to know that a guy in a mask is never friendly. So it's like, okay, you're aware that zombies are legit, and you're aware that there are horror movies in this universe. I appreciate that. So I don't have much else to say about this movie. It was was really a big surprise this year. I didn't know what to think of this movie, but I walked out feeling really happy and wanting to see it again. I'd really love to see it again before it leaves the theaters. So with that said, this movie is definitely worth seeing in your lifetime. I'm not going to say get off your ass and go see it right now, because there's nothing about this movie that is considered groundbreaking. It is what it is. It's a zombie Christmas musical, and I can definitely see this movie being a cult classic at some point in the future. And I'm just going to say this right now, I'm probably going to irritate one of my friends when I say this, but I actually like this movie over Overlord. Overlord was a lot of fun, but I feel like this movie just had more heart put into it. You actually cared more about what was going on, and it just left me with a happy feeling. So this is a movie that I'll definitely be watching again. If not soon, then definitely on home video and around Christmas. And even if you're not into musicals or zombie movies, I'd suggest give it a shot, because it's just so charming, and again, you'll leave this movie feeling happy. And that's my review for Anna and the Apocalypse. Now I want to hear what you guys have to say. If you've seen the movie, what did you think? Did you like it? Dislike it? Let me know in the comments down below. And until next time, I hope you enjoyed this review. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Give this video a like, and of course leave a comment. Don't forget to support my Patreon page. Follow me on social media. And until next time, this is the Real Mr. Robinson telling you there's only one.